But first, hold your horses. Wow, that's good acting. Because we have an amazing stand-up comedian here, Cindi Teasley.
Thank you guys so much. Is this on? I don't know. Dang, give it up for that first sketch. That was awesome, right? This energy is so cool. This is honestly like way more people than I was expecting. I'm used to performing for like 3 people. So thank you guys for coming out. That's awesome. I actually moved to Texas recently. So yeah, I got a new doctor, had to fill out some forms and paperwork, whatnot, and they asked for my marital status. The options were single, married, separated, divorced, and unknown. I was like, what kind of life are you living? Where you're just like, look, I do a lot of things. Like, maybe a marriage slipped in there, who's to say? I don't know. They also asked for my ethnicity, and I was always under the impression that there are many different ethnicities. Turns out there's just 2, Hispanic and not Hispanic. Yeah. Do we have any Hispanics here? Oh, almost everyone. Heck yeah. Yeah, y'all are brave. I am also Hispanic, and so I'm a little suspicious of my doctor trying to find out where all the Hispanics are, right? You know? I'm like, what, do you have to bring out the special Hispanic medicine? Like, are you diluting the vaccines with Cholula sauce? Like, so anyway, I'm Hispanic, I'm half Mexican and half white. So I'm in this fun place where white people think I'm Mexican and Mexican people think I'm white. So I'm like Chipotle, basically. Yeah. I also, do we have any single ladies here? Awesome, love to hear it. I feel like being a single college girl at UT Austin is cool. It's like you're the young, sexy protagonist of an HBO series. I, on the other hand, went to a conservative Christian college for my undergrad, which is, it's like, basically, if you're not married by the ripe age of 22, you start to feel like you are the oldest girl at an orphanage, where you're basically too old to get adopted, and you just keep seeing all the younger girls get chosen over you, and you become increasingly bitter with each passing day as you wait to get rescued by a rich, bald man. But that's okay. I actually started doing comedy after my ex-boyfriend dumped me. And anyone else? I love other comedians. We're all so traumatized. Anyway, I always say that he dumped me because I make fun of guys a lot on stage, and I don't want people to get this false impression that I just like hate men, which is not the case, okay? I don't hate men. Some of my best friends and people I respect most in this world are related to men. So, case closed, don't hate men. But yeah, sometimes people will call me misandrous, and I'm like, please, misandrous was my mother. You can call me Cindy. But anyway, so some of the guys took a while to get that. It's okay. It's okay. If you don't get it, have a woman explain it to you on the way out. Anyway, so he dumped me, and I was really devastated, because at the time, I lived in Provo, Utah, so I was like, where am I going to find another skinny white dude? But looking back, I realized we weren't actually a great match. Like, he was always complaining that I was, like, trying to change him. He'd be like, oh, I wish I could be with someone who wasn't always trying to change me. And I was like, okay. Don't you think I wish I could be with someone I didn't have to change? Like, why are you the victim here? Got some snaps here, okay? Anyway, so he dumped me, and I was back on the streets, and people would try to set me up sometimes. I got this text once from a guy, and he was like, oh, hey, I have the perfect guy for you. And I know you're not into short guys, but he's into short girls. As if that had been the problem. As if I'd just been like, oh man, if only I could find someone to love me despite the fact that I'm so tiny and adorable. No, that had never been the problem. Maybe if he had been like, hey, I know you're not into short guys, but he's into girls with small boobs and strong opinions about everything. Then I'd be like, okay, let's hear him out. But he was like, no. It's not that you're just, you're both short. And granted, you have to understand this is in Utah, not a lot of diversity, lots of well-intended people, but not a lot of not a lot of non-white people there. So, yeah, so he was like, it's not that you're just both short, you're also both Mexican. And I was like, what? You're kidding. 2 short Mexicans? This is a statistical miracle. We were clearly made for each other. So anyway, didn't work out with him. With either of those guys. I like tall guys, and I know that makes people mad, but sexual orientation is not a choice, and I was biologically predisposed to love a tall, skinny freak of nature. Basically, the more your body looks like an HDMI cord, the more I want it. And people get mad when I say this. People are like, what? But you're short. And I'm like, oh, okay, who do you think is hot? Megan Fox? What? But you're ugly. Like, what I look like has no bearing on what I find attractive. Anyway, so I found one, actually. I got engaged recently. Yes. And it's actually been kind of harder to like do comedy ever since I first got engaged because I don't know, I'm starting to think maybe I was never actually funny, I was just mad. But as a single woman, you really don't have to like write stuff, okay? Stuff just happens to you. Every single woman in this room has a story, okay? You ask a guy what his worst first date was, and he's just like, oh, this one time my shoelace got untied. It's like, my mom went out with Ted Bundy, okay? Okay, Brian? Anyway, so it's been really nice, and people thought this would not happen for me because people thought I like hated men, you know. So they're like, what does he have that other guys don't have? Like, what did he do that won your affections? And I'm like, honestly, he just lasted the longest without doing something weird, you know. Like, people are like, okay, but like, what did he do? I'm like, well, I'll tell you what he didn't do. He didn't tell me he had to date another girl for a school assignment. Because that happened. He also didn't tell me, he also didn't accidentally send me a video after our first date, which was clearly meant for his friend, talking about how much food I consumed at the restaurant. Because that happened. And nor did he tell me that it would be really hard for him if one of his ex-girlfriends became a lesbian, because that would mean there's no chance of them ever getting back together again. Yeah, other people just laugh, but you guys are like, that's messed up. That's okay. That's good. You guys are allies. This is good. This is very different from Utah. That'd be like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, hate when my girlfriend becomes a lesbian. So anyway, yeah. Now I'm engaged. The concept of marriage is kind of scary because I'm scared that, like, I don't know, I'm scared of losing my identity as an individual. And, like, I'm scared of, like, always being associated with someone else. And he is also stressed out, my fiance. He is stressed out because I keep my bread in the fridge. And he's like, what? I don't want to eat cold sandwiches. I'm like, okay, well, you know, you could just toast it. He's like, but then the peanut butter gets all melty. So what do I look for that he has that other guys don't? Undiagnosed autism, mostly. Thank you. Okay, I will leave you guys with this one more story. Do we have any like Jewish people here? Woo! Yeah, okay, cool. That's not like super relevant for this next one, but it's kind of relevant. You'll see. So the thing they don't tell you about dating someone is you're also kind of dating their friends, right? And I like some of them, don't like other ones as much. I have all of their headshots in a pyramid on my wall, like in dance moms. And when and one of them says something weird, bottom of the pyramid, you know? So the other day, I was hanging out with them, and one of them, well, my fiance's in the bathroom, so I'm stuck alone with the man. And the song, I Got a Feelin' by the Black Eyed Peas comes on. And this is important in Jewish culture because it says Mazel Tov and L'chaim. And is that right? Yeah. Okay, well, I tried. Anyway, so the song comes on and he starts singing. So there's this part in the song that goes, fill up my cup. Mazel tov. Wait, no. First, fill up my cup, drink. Mazel tov. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, you guys both did better, all did better than what he did. He goes, fill up my car, drink. Nozzle off. I'm sorry, did you just say fill up my car? Yeah, that's what it says. That is not what it said. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, just like context clues, man. Like the next line is drank. He's like, yeah, it's like you're telling your car to drink. Is that how you fill up your car? At the gas station, you cheer it on like you're at a frat party and you're just like, chug, drink. And then nozzle off, he's like, yeah, you're taking the nozzle off of the gasoline station. I'm like, that's not what it is. And then my fiance comes out of the bathroom and I tell him what just happened. And this is how I know God is real, because somehow he orchestrated the universe in such a way that the two stupidest people in the world found each other and became best friends because my fiance thought it was the same thing. So basically I thought that this like top Billboard 100 song was about will.i.am singing about getting ready for a road trip. And I think that's beautiful. Okay, you guys have been so much fun tonight. Thank you so much.